Hi, everybody. How are you all doing? I can see there's a few of you jumped on already. That's great. Apologies for last week, guys. My internet was playing up. It was going in and out for about 4 hours. So it wasn't good. So I didn't even bother jumping on. It didn't come back right till about 9 o'clock our time. So it sort of it blew it all up for us for last week, but we're back this week. So that side chat's bouncing already. So Viejo Walter was on first. Colt 1927, good to see you. AR Patriot 1776. Elliot, good to see you. I know you've had some problems with your internet tonight, so hopefully you can stay on for a little bit. What else we got down here? You guys been chatting away pretty well. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Scroll down here. So that's Bambadad has joined us. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Rusty Shackleford is out there. Willie Morano, good to see you, Willie. Thanks for joining us. Dwayne 7834. Alaska one, Andy's out there. How are you doing, Andy? Dale Pogue, good to see you. Edward Petty's with us. Mark Thomas is out there. Good to see you, Mark. Ruger Blackhawk, 3-screw, 41 mag. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So there's my 3-screw Blackhawk up there. I know you like those, Mark. And Viejo, he's getting into his 41 mags now. Pogue is out there. Brutal Bob, good to see you, Bob. Thanks for joining us. Bobby Barlow's out there. Hillbilly up. Good to see you guys. Thanks for jumping on. Dale Pogue, I think, is it hi too. This side chat's bouncing already. Good to see you all. Hope you all had a great weekend. Enjoyed the football. I know a lot of you are into your football. The best part of the football was I had to switch off and I was watching YouTube. For me, I'm afraid. Pat in the bunker is out there. Good to see Pat. Richie B, good to see you, Rich, for joining us. Fluffy 10, the Jeep guy. There's a bunch of you out there talking. Andy 79Z28, Mark Thomas. Andy says, am I getting the new Black Hawk in 22 Hornet? I don't want another caliber. I got too many calibers to sort out, so no, I won't be getting that one. So Bambadad's asking, is there an advantage over 41 mag over 357 or 44? It's pretty much in between the two. So it's a little bit heavier than the 357 and obviously a bit less than the 44 mag. But before COVID, 41 mag was readily available. Guns, product, bullets, everything was out there. And Highboy got me onto it. He said, if you're looking for something, 41 mag is a great way to go because there's plenty of product out there. There's plenty of pistols out there. Nobody seems to be jumping on them. So when the whole COVID and all came in and we were getting scarce and everything, you could find 41 mag bullets. You could find the guns and everything, but for some reason, it's it's flipped on itself now, and everybody seems to know about it. And they've gone scarce, and the prices have gone up. When I bought my first two or three of those, they were really reasonable, and product was easy to find and cheap as well. But it's all gone up now, so it's somewhere in between mum and dad, between the two of them. It's just another caliber. It's a great little caliber. I really enjoy loading for it, and there's no real advantage over the other. The other two are great calibers. It just complements. Get the three of them, and you'll be good to go. CW Longshot has joined us. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. Tread is out there. Thanks for joining us. Oh. CW says too many. Julian, that's crazy talk. Yeah, you got to draw the line somewhere, CW. It's just you can't just keep getting different calibers. It costs so much to get into them, especially if you start reloading. Boomstick Revenge is out there. Good to see you. Vanessa Kitty has joined us. Thanks for joining us, Vanessa. CWY. If I had half your money, CW, I'd buy a lot more calibers. I miss somebody. See, I think I'm up to date. Infobros is out there. Good to see you. So thanks everybody for jumping on. We're already up to 30. So I really appreciate it. I'm going to try and keep up with the side chat. Like I said, hope you all enjoyed the football over the weekend. Hope you enjoyed that. I didn't watch it. I did other things, to be honest with you guys. It's not for me. But over the weekend, we went on a pig hunt. Four of us drew tags, and lucky enough, three of us actually shot pigs. So this is my third pig hunt and my first time actually harvesting one. So it was great. I used my 300 blackout pistol. It was suppressed. It was shooting 212 grain suppressed, and I recovered the bullet, and it's a Hornady ELD bullet. That's the bullet that I retrieved from the animal. Didn't really mushroom, but to be honest with you, I shot the way that he was sitting. I shot him straight on. I hit him in the head, so maybe it didn't mushroom out because he didn't penetrate the body. I just put him straight down. It's pretty cool. You can see the rifling on the bullet. It's mushroomed just a touch and bent over. So that's a Hornady ELD 212, which I use for the pig hunt. So I've got a video. I'm processing the video at the moment. I got him loading up. So hopefully during the week, I'll get the video dropped, and you can see some of the footage from the hunt. We had a great time. It was all around a good hunt. Jason Stewart has joined us. Good, Jason. So it's going to be hashtag Mac41. It's my 41st show. Someone can put it in quickly. I want to make sure that the StreamYard is counting. Hashtag Mac41. That'll get you in the draw. Here you go. There's one popped up, and it's counting, so we're good to go. So tonight is going to be a couple of stickers. I've had my new channel stickers in. I run out of them. I've got the FN Gnome sticker. I've also got the FN Gnome magnet sticker, little magnet sticker on them. Got that. I got the Daniel Defense MK16 patch. So we've got a patch. And obviously we got our normal pens and my pocket screwdrivers. So that'll be the little draw for tonight, guys. So we'll put that aside. We'll do that a little bit later on. And like I said earlier, this is a hashtag Mac41, and it happened before that we're going to be doing some work with a 41 mag. And the reason I did that was my good friend Viheo Walter has sent out some cast bullets for me. So we actually had, just turn this a little bit. He sent me out some from a Seiko 418 217 grain bullet, all powder coated. So we got those. He made up some from a M&P 41 hammer mold. So these are just normal flat tips. And he also sent me a bunch of the hollow points, the same bullet, but with hollow points in them. And I also got some Seiko 418, and these are 185 grain. So we're not going to be able to do too much loading because I'm getting a little bit worried now. I've gone up over the 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just going to have to be a little bit more careful on content, what I do. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna prep brass, and we're gonna make some dummy rounds, and we're gonna do a setup on those. We're gonna make some dummy rounds on those 3 bullets that Walter sent me, and we'll get them together, some dummy rounds. We'll have some fun doing that as well. Let me just check that I haven't missed anybody before I move away to the other side. Yes, Jason, he does a fine job casting and powder coating. He does a really, really nice job. So we're going to be doing that. Information tonight, guys, I took from the Lineman cast book. We got the cast bullet handbook from Lineman. So two of the projectiles were in here. We've got the Seiko 412, gives us all the details, and then we've got the Seiko 418. As for the 41, the M&P 41, we haven't really got any information, so we're going to have to build up to it, and we're going to have to sort of, I don't like to say the word guess, but we're going to go off some other load data for similar bullets, start low and work up, because we haven't got data for it. I wouldn't recommend a new reloader getting into this when you haven't got data, because it's so easy to go wrong. So I'm trying to be the proper way to say it. If you haven't got data on a projectile or on something, you want to be really, really careful what you do. Especially if you're getting into this, you're new to it, you're still learning. Try and stick to projectiles that you can get data for, because it's a matter of working uploads, finding out the correct length and everything. So just be a bit wary of that, guys. When you haven't got data for a specific bullet, we just need to be a little bit careful. So we've got Starline 41 mag brass. I have fired this once, and it has been annealed. So the reason I've annealed this, you can see on the top, this color in there has been annealed. So the dies I use, I'm using the Red-In dies, and when you size, they actually size the top quarter of an inch, and they size it down quite a bit, and then you expand it back out. I don't really know the reasoning behind it. I spoke to them at Red-In, and they said, yes, that's perfectly normal. That's how they work. So because I'm working the brass quite a bit, this is the only pistol caliber that I actually anneal, because I don't want them splitting. So because we are working them quite a bit, so I get these annealed first, and then we're going to work them. So we'll go over onto we're going to do this on the T7, do a little bit of a setup. So I'll just move the camera over here. I'll try and jump back and forth to the comments, guys. Sorry if I'm missing them, but I'll try and keep up to date with everything. Here. So just for clarification for anybody that's watching maybe from YouTube or anything like that, we are not making completed rounds tonight. We're going to make dummy rounds. and it's going to be just basically the setups for everything. Don't forget, guys, hashtag Mac41 will get you in the draw for the little prize giveaway tonight. Get that off there. Okay. So I got the 41 mag set up, the 4 dies. So we've got the sizing die, the expanded die, the crimp die, and I've got them all loose at the moment. I've taken them all loose. And then we got the red in, I think it's the red in. One has to be a shell there. So what we're going to do first, we can bring it up, bring the RAM up, and we're going to start setting up for the first die, the sizing die. And with this red in T7, as a lot of you know, it does pivot a little bit to a stop on the back because there is a spring and a ball on the back. So we need to take that pivot out. We have to put a little bit of cam over it to get rid of the pivot. We are getting full sizing all the way down. It's just a matter of feeling back and forth the handle until you get a little bit of cam over. And when you're happy that you feel it's not too much, we can then go down and we can clamp that first nut just to lock it down. It doesn't need a lot, just a touch. So that's all down, and so that's the first die done. If I show you, hopefully I can get to do this, you can see. So the piece of brass, you can see the discoloring on the top has been annealed. No primers in them. They've already been deprimed. So you can bring it up, set it through the die. Hopefully you can see there. See how this die sizes the top quarter-inch down a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know the reasoning behind it. I really don't. But it does size it down and then it expands it back out. So we're working that brass quite a bit. So that's why I do the annealing. Okay, let's get one of the projectors ready. So this one is going to be the Seiko 418, and it is 185 grain bullet, and they've been sized to 410, which is pretty much all my pistols are in a 410, and I believe his are all 410 as well. So there it is, really good looking bullet. And great powder coating. So we've already sized, so now we can go right round onto the expander die as well. So we can take the expander and wind it up a little bit. Bring the arm up and then just bring the die down. Again, you're just rocking back and forth just to take that little bit of tilt out. That's all it needs to be done. And once you feel it and you're happy with that, you can clamp that one down. Don't have to go too heavy with these, they're not going to move very far. And the same with the seating die. With this one, I'm just going to bring it down, unscrew the top a little bit, bring it down. You don't have to, I don't worry too much about the whole cam over part on this part of it. On the seating die, it's just a matter of coming down, touching the shell holder and just clamping it up, and that's all done nice. And then the crimp die we'll do once we've got it all set up. So I got the crimp die coming down at the moment, just a touch, but we're going to take that back a little bit. And as we start crimping the bullet, we can set this die a little bit better. So going back again, so Obviously, the first thing would be the sizing, and then we're going to start with the expander. So you can start bringing this down by hand, and you can start to feel it. And it's just started to expand the neck. You can see it's not going in yet. It's not sitting in there. It's not going in at all. So we can keep coming down with the expander a little bit at a time. I'm just feeling the neck as I'm coming down, feeling for the expansion. And it's just trial and error at the start. We're just bringing it down. We're trying it in the case, trying the bullet in the case each time. And it's just a bit at a time. There's no need to rush this. It's not opened up enough yet. So I'm doing a quarter of a turn at the moment till I get somewhere close, and then we can start going in smaller turns. No, we're still not there. Now it's beginning to, now the bullet is just sitting in there now. It's just beginning to open it up a little bit. So now we just go maybe an eighth of the turn at a time. A little bit too tight for that, what I like. Keep going a little bit more. Okay, so now you can see the bullet is going down. It's clearing. There's a little bit of a funnel on it, but it's still just a little bit too tight for me. So I'm just going to go a touch more. Okay, now it is just dropping in. And there's a little bit of a flare. So when we seat this now, hopefully it's going to go down. It's not going to catch any powder coat. Yeah, my jacket off. It's getting pretty warm in the loading room. Okay. So now from here, we can just go on to the next step. So we got the die locked in. I've unscrewed the seating die all the way up. You can see there, just comes down and it's just sitting on it. So we can put that in. I'm going to bring the bullet all the way up and then screw this down. And there, I'm just contacting the top of the bullet there now. So again, we can just work this down a little bit at a time. And with this particular bullet, this Seiko 418, 185 grain, is giving us from the lineman book an overall of 1.575 length. But what we're going to do is we're going to walk it down because there is a crimp groove can see it there. There's a crimp groove on there. So we're going to walk it down as close to that crimp groove as we can. Just keeping an eye on the, making sure there's not scuffing any powder coating off. This would be a good way to tell if you've put enough flare on it. You can see, hopefully you can see there, it is not scuffing any powder coat. It's all going through pretty nice. Take this down a bit more. And we can also just start to measure as well, even though we're not down, we're almost at the crimp groove. So I'm at 1.635 there, 1.635. So it still needs to go a little bit more. And I'm also watching the crimp groove as well. We're at 1.614. So we're getting closer. Now you can see where we're into the crimp groove. Still no powder coating coming off. So everything's looking good there. Just going to measure that one now. And now we're at 1.599. So it's very close. We just need to go a little bit at a time. Just watching that crimp groove because we don't want to go above. Don't want to go above it. So I'm at 1.584. So I'm a little bit over, but you can see I'm almost at the top of that crimp groove. Hopefully you can see that. I don't really want to go any further because I'm going to be crimping on the bigger part of the bullet. So the overall length they're given is 1.590. The maximum length of this is 1.590. And we were at so I'm at 1.584. So I'm a little bit under, sorry, a little bit over the maximum for this bullet, but still under the overall maximum length for this case, this 41 mag. So I'm going to call that good. I don't want to go any further because I'm going to be pushing out to the crimp groove. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bring that back up into the die and just bring the little lock nut down. And just snug it up. So again, for anybody YouTube, there's no powder, no primer. This is just going to be a dummy round. So there we go. Let me just go through the comments, guys, and then we'll come back and do the last, and then we can do the other dummy rounds as well. Let's have a little look who's. So Tommy Boy has joined us. Thorax is out there. Mouse to work. Then hi to Hillbilly Up. Hillbilly Up is out there. Hale says this is nearly 100% my process for creating a dummy round for a revolver cartridge. I've learned from you, Walter, to so much over the last couple of years. No, I don't want any hard salsa, Hillbilly. I'll just keep the bullets. I don't want any hard salsa. I don't like that stuff either. Tactical Rabbit 308 is out there. Good to see you, Dale Pogue. Chad Kelly has joined us. Good to see you, Chad. Thanks for joining us. So anybody who jumped in a little bit late, hashtag Mac41. That's going to get you in the entry for tonight. We've got some stickers to give away, some patches, my pens, some screwdrivers. So there's a few things to give away there. Okay. So now we've got this set up, and like I said, I could possibly go a little bit shorter. Let me just look under my other glasses. I want to make sure that I've got the room there. Okay, I have got a little bit more room. I just looked under my magnifying glass, guys, and I am going to go just a little bit more closer to that. Closer to that. So take it down just a little bit more. We're down to 83. Okay, looks like we're pretty much there. Okay, in fact, I might have gone a little bit too far, but let me just check. No, I think we're okay. So I'm going to put that one aside. I'm going to get another piece of brass and we do the process again. We can go in, so size, expand, get one of the projectiles, just sit it in there as square as we can get it. And we're going to seat. We're going to measure. There you go. That one's come out 1.575, exactly what it says in the book. Okay, so now we're good. It's smack on. I'm just going to just tighten up the locking ring on that thing. Okay. And then the next process we're using is going to be doing the crimp. So again, we need to do this in little stages, checking it, making sure we don't over crimp it. So the first one through, we can take it down just a touch. Now it's putting a nice crimp on there. Just checking in the case gauge. And I think I want to go a little bit more. We're getting there. You can see how she's crimping it down. Squeeze around the neck just a little bit as well. And it's beginning to crimp it down. Let me take that thing off the screen. And then back and forth, checking it in the case gauge. So it's dropped in the case gauge. It's dropping out, in and out. And what you want to be doing as well while you're doing this is you could, and I can't do it because we're on this live stream, but you want to be getting revolver and you want to be checking this in the cylinder of your revolver as well as you're going through, making sure that it's not bulging too much. I think we're almost there. Take it just a little bit more. Okay. So she's folded over quite nice into that. You can see it's dropping into the case gauge. Dropping in the case gauge, a little bit of dirt there. So you can just see it just drops in where it's supposed to be and coming straight out. So there you go. So there's your Seiko 412 Seiko 412 bullet, 185 grain dummy round made up. Again, no primer, no powder, just a dummy round. So that's that one done. So to do the whole process again, you're just going to get another piece of brass and bring this back. Before we do that, just going to bring it back up into the crimp die and bring the locking collar down. Sorry, I forgot to do that. So that one's all done. Good. So the next one we're going to do is the next Seiko mold, which is going to be Seiko. Let's get this right. Seiko 418. Seiko 418, which is a 270 grain bullet. These red ones, slightly heavier bullet. And again, you can see really nice job on the powder coating, on the casting. Walter does an awesome job. So this is the one we're going to do next. We have data for this as well, and it's saying we should go to 1.485 as a length. So we can go back in here, get it sized, expanded, and then now it's been expanded, you can just check it in the case. You see it's dropping in there, it's not moving around. There's hopefully enough of a flare so as we walk it down to the crimp groove again, we're not going to scuff any of the powder coating off. So with this one being a little bit longer at 1.485, now we need to take the seating die back a touch. A little bit too much. Oh, there we go. You can take the seating die out a little bit, and then we're going to walk this one down again. So again, we can just sit it in there as square as we can get it. Bring it up and slowly push it into the seating die. And we can check as we're going along that there's no scuffing of paint. We're doing a nice job there. You can see there's a crimp groove on that one. So we're going to walk it down close to the crimp groove again. Measuring from time to time. So we're at 1.633. .620. .605. So the only time we need to be adjusting any of these dies is for different projectiles. The rest of them are all going to be the sizing, the expander, and the crimp will all be the same. All the brass is the same length. So the only one we're going to have to adjust from time to time is going to be the seating die on this one. There you go. 1.485. 1.585. 1.585. So you can just bring the bullet up and just nip this down. Do it hand tight this time. See at 1.585, the exact length that the book says. And even though we have, you can see we do have a little bit more room on this one. We needed to take it a little bit deeper into the case, but we don't need to because we're at the size it says in the book. Again, we can just onto the crimp die, bring it up slowly, crimp. This time it's not quite crimping the same as the other one, so I need to take this down a touch. So I will need to adjust this a little bit. Checking in the case gauge. So still dropping in and out of the case gauge, no problem at all. Bit of dirt going in there again. Just a bit of dirt there on the case. Maybe just a touch tight, but no, we're working it. We'll try another one. This time, with this bullet sized at 410, let me just see if I can show you this. That bullet just scuffed the top corner here around this ridge. It's just scuffed a tiny little bit. Whether it's the crimp die might be a little bit dirty, or the bullet for some reason might be just a little bit fatter. So it's things you just got to keep an eye on when you're doing it. So let's just go in and give this a wipe. There we go. We'll do a second one to make sure we're all good. So bring it back, you can size it. Expand it. See, bullet, nice and square. .585. And crimp it. That's better. It hasn't scuffed this time. We are good. So it might have been just something in the die, or me not quite square, but it's gone through. I'm just checking these, and you can see these are raised up a little bit. So I believe that the crimp die is crimping a little bit too much. So what we can do is just go off that, take it back a little bit. And make sure we're good on the next one. So size, expand. Seat and crimp. I think I'm gonna have to give this another clean. Bear with me, guys. The case isn't quite dropping into this where I want it to be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get another Q-tip, send it down, give it a good clean, because there's something going on where it's just catching a little bit on the case gauge. You can go around, you can just clean the top, and go in and clean where it's crimping it as well. See there now, it's going in, popping in better, and there we go. Okay. So if you're going to be doing a batch, you say that we're going to go down and we're going to load all these up in one go. You could leave all your settings. Now everything is set up. You go through and just set everything up and everything's good to go until you move on the next one. But I'm jumping around a little bit tonight because we're just making up some dummy rounds. And we're just playing around with them a little bit. So before we go on, play about with the M&P 41 hammer. Before we mess around with those, this is one we have no data from, and we just go over and just check on any comments. I think Chad is leaving us. Good to see you, Chad. Thanks for jumping in. Really appreciate it. Good to see you. G23 is joining us. Good to see you, Jude. Hope you're doing good. And VAO says, Mark Van, my Wilson gauge is tight. I've just been using the revolver cylinder. Yeah, that probably is going to be. It's going to be okay. That one that was tight, I'm going to take over, and I'll try it in my revolver off screen. So this one, you can see it's just hanging up. Give it a little push, and it goes in. So I'm going to go and check this in the revolver. I'm not going to do it on screen. So I can check it in there to make sure it's fitting into all the cylinders. So that's cylinder one, no problem at all. It just fell in there and it's coming out clean. Second one. So actually in the revolver itself, guys, this is falling in, it's not dragging, it's not hanging up. Yeah. So actually, like what it says, the pace gauge needs to be a little bit tight as well. But I've just tried it in all the cylinder, and it is going in no problem at all. If I could show you on a live stream, I would, but it's a little bit awkward. I can't show you on the live stream. So this time, this is a bullet. This is from an M&P 41 hammer, flat top. He sent me some flat tops and he sent me some hollow points as well. This one we have no data for. So it's going to be like trial and error, working up to it. And as I said earlier, probably not the best idea for a new reloader to be doing this, because you want to be, you don't want to be worrying about it. You want to be teaching yourself all the fundamentals first before trying anything like this. So it's not super hard, but I wouldn't recommend you doing it until you get a little bit more knowledge of your equipment and everything. So again, we're going to get the piece of brass. Normal process. We're going to size it. Going to expand it. And then we're going to turn the seater die back. Again, because we're using a different bullet, a different projectile. Again, so we can just make sure that it sits into the case. The bottom end is going into the case. It's flared, and we should be good to go without rubbing any of the powder coating off. So we can start the seat. You can see there. There's no powder coating pushing off with this. And this one looks quite a bit longer. I don't know if it's just the way I'm looking at it, but it seems to be a longer projectile from the crimp groove up. So we're just going to walk it up into the crimp groove. Do a quick measure. So there we're at 1.626. So we've got quite a little bit to go. So just walk it down a bit at a time. Checking that crimp groove. We're just coming onto the crimp groove now, and we're at 1.603. And we know the maximum length we need to be for this is 1.590. So if we can get under that and still stay within the crimp groove, we are good to go. So now I'm at 1.586. If you can see that. So now we're under the maximum length. And if you see, we can still just see a little bit of the crimp groove. So I'm going to go a little bit more, bring it closer to that crimp groove. Checking it as we're going down. Okay. So I'm at 1.575, the same as that first bullet. We're just at the top of the crimp groove. So again, you'd go in, bring the bullet up, and then lock your ring down. So you've got consistency on them all. And let's go in and run through the crimp. So you can see it's crimped it all the way around here as well. It's crimping onto the bullet as well as putting the little flare inwards on the bullet as well. So crimping it quite tight on the bullet as well. And again, this one doesn't want to fit into the case gauge perfectly. If you can see that, so I'm just see how it's just raised up. There's a little bit tight in there. So again, I'm going to go over, I'm going to try it in my revolver. And it is fitting in the number 1 cylinder to number 3, yeah. So it's actually going into the cylinders okay. It's just a little bit tight on the L.E. Wilson case gauge. And I'm glad Walter said earlier that he gets the same issue. It's a little bit tight in there. It just needs that needs a little touch. Pops in, and then just a little push to get it out. And then what you would do, you'd bring it up into the crimp, make sure the locking nut is tight, and you're consistently all of them ready, so you should be able to repeat. Everything. So there you go, guys. So we've done 3 dummy rounds tonight. Again, as you can see, no primers, no powder, just dummy rounds. Trying to stay within all the guidelines for YouTube. You can see there 3 different bullets. This one here, this last one we did, is very different to the first 2, but all seated nice. They've all crimped nice. So now I've got 3 dummy rounds. They're all working in the revolver, in the cylinder. So we're good to go. So there you go. Huge thanks to Walter for sending me those projectiles. I really appreciate it, Walter. If there's any questions on any of that, guys, throw them out quickly while we're getting ready to do the draw. If there's any questions, I'll go through the side chat now, and then we'll go in and we'll do the little giveaway. I'm just going to go back over the side chat quickly, guys. So I think I said hi to Code 1927. Thanks, Willie. I appreciate that. Running with Scissors has joined us. Good to see you. What's he saying? Interesting to know who uses Gordon's reloading when attempting to develop safe loads. I use it all the time. I've heard about the Gordon's reloading, and I think I've had a look at it, but I've never actually got into it. And I ended up buying the other disc. There's another company I think it's from the UK, and another one which is similar to that. And I bought the program, and I've never used it. I tend to start right at the bottom on a particular bullet. It says to start at 3.2 grains. I'll always start there, and I'll work up then. Excuse me. And I chronograph as well. I'm lucky enough that I got a nice chrono. So when I'm trying these loads out and we're doing little steps, I can chrono to see the speeds we're doing, keeping an eye on the primers to see if they're flattening out. There's lots of other ways to do it. I understand. I think that's quite a good program. I might have to have a look into it to see how it works. But personally, I've never used it. But we'll have a look at it, and maybe I'll let you know how I get on with it. And just going to see if there's anything else. Macman also know. Tommy's asking, is that a profile or a regular crimp? That one there is 41 mag. Where is the box? That one there is a Reading Profile Crimp Series C. What I'm using there, Tommy boy. That's what I'm using there. And then Brutal Bob, I don't know if you answered that, Viejo. It's what brand of powder coat do you use? I know he uses Eastwood. I use Eastwood as well. There's a couple of different ones, but if you're still out there, Walter, just throw it out which powder coat you like to use. I said hi to G23. Wow, has it been a year since you had that problems, G? That's gone quick. I hope you're on the mend. I hope it's all cleared up and you haven't got no more issues with it. And it's really good to see you tonight. The colour here is, he said, it's a prismatic Sinbad purple. So that's another one that he uses, prismatic. Let me have a look. I got some powders over here. So I got some Columbia coating, some powder from Columbia coating. I've also got my Eastwoods in there. Have I got anything else here? Just Columbia coating and Eastwood I've been using. And then the fun. Bamba Dad, I wonder if YouTube would be opposed to having removed. So I believe you can if I took the cylinder out, we could do that on live, because you haven't actually got a firearm in your hand, you just got a part. And I know you can show different things on a live stream, and I believe you can actually hold a cylinder and you'd be able to drop the rounds into it to show it. but it means taking it apart, and I just didn't think about doing that tonight, pulling that one apart just to do that. But I don't think they'd have an issue with handling a cylinder. I've seen other people handling cylinders, and they've all been okay. Oh well, one guy has joined us. Okay, I think I've said hi to everybody. I really appreciate you all jumping on. We got 44 on again tonight. And I really appreciate all you guys jumping on here. So hashtag Mark 41, guys. Is any of you out there that wanted to quickly jump on? We've got 24 entries at the moment, 44 on. So let me just quickly show you again what I'm going to give away tonight. I got some channel stickers. I got the FN Gnome sticker. We've got the FN Gnome as a magnet. Stick up on your gun safe or something, a little sticker there, or a little magnetic sticker. We have the Daniel Defense M80 patch. And then I've got my phone number on. You guys can get hold of me anytime. And the little pocket screwdrivers with a magnet on the top. So that's going to be the giveaway tonight. Yukon 454 has jumped on. Good to see you. And Crazy Gearhead has jumped on. I can see he's put the hashtags in. That's great. Let me just see if I can bring this up. Guys, I don't know if I can, but we're going to give it a go. And try and bring a photo over here. Share the screen or not. Okay, no, that didn't work there. Trying to bring some pictures up from the weekend just to show you quickly while you guys are finishing off doing the hashtag Mark 41. No, I'm struggling to get it to come up here, guys. I'll try and bring it up on this screen and you can have a quick look at it. Sorry about this. I was just trying to bring my photos up onto here. And then we've got, these will come up on a video, but I just quickly thought I'd just show you quickly if I can get these pictures up. Okay, let's see if we can get you in here. So like I said, over the weekend I went on a pig hunt. It was my first harvest of a javelina. I've been on 3 hunts. It's hard to see, but there it is. Hopefully you can see that, guys. So there's my javelina that I shot over the weekend. Let's see if I got any other. So there was 3 of us went hunting. So Matt shot his first thing in the morning, and then me and Lauren went out. And we glassed 3 of these pigs up. We hiked in about 450 yards. Lauren took the first shot and shot his. And then mine run about 100 yards and sort of bedded down into some bushes. We walked up on them and we managed to get the second one as well. So 3 of us out of 4 managed to get pigs on Friday. Let's see if you can see this one with if you can see there, look at the teeth on them. That is, they got some nasty teeth on them. And there's the hunting team there. So bring that across a bit. So there's the guys that I go regularly hunting with. So we're having a celebratory beer once we'd finished it. So there's Lauren, Matt, Rod, Rick, and myself there. And there's another one. You can see the big old teeth on them, big old nasty teeth on them. So we've turned it all into jerky. Mark has made some up, and he's made some jerky up. So hopefully, I'll pick that up. I think he's finishing it off today or tomorrow. So hopefully I can get it picked up, and I'll let you know what the jerky comes out like. There you go, guys. There's some of the pictures. But like I said, I'm going to put them all onto a little video, and I'll drop the video during the week so everybody can see that. So Andy79Z is leaving us. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yes, Tommy, as soon as we got out there, the first thing I did, I dragged it out and we cut that gland out. We did it on the 3 of them. Get rid of it straight away. Lucky enough, it didn't get breached or anything. It wasn't damaged. Everything was fine with it. So we just managed to get rid of it pretty quick. And hopefully we won't have a problem with the meat. Raw toe has joined us. Yes, those pigs stink. You can smell them. If the wind is blowing towards you and they're out there, you can smell them before you can see them. And when you get up close, yes, they do stink. And you do not want to get any of that fluid out of their stink gland on their back on you, because that is nasty stuff. We just cut the whole back section off his skin, pulled the whole thing off and got rid of it. It was pretty nasty stuff. You want to stay away from that. Tommy boy, look at that, an evil AR that is not used for hunting. Yeah, an AR pistol in 300 blackout I used, and Lauren used, and Rod used a AR in 223 as a pistol as well. So yeah, we had a good time. Okay, guys, let's go in and do this draw. We've been on here for a while. It's a little bit late, and I wanted to run this draw. So let's go in and share the screen with you guys. StreamYard. Yeah. Okay, got that up on the screen. So good luck, everybody. We're going to start this up, and we'll see who gets it tonight. Dale Pogue. Congratulations, Dale. Got some stickers and screwdrivers coming out to you. I believe I have your details here. Yes, I do. I have all your details here. So you don't need to worry about sending that to me. So congratulations, Dale. I'll get that stuff packed up and sent out to you. And like Tommy Boy says, yes, those way worse than the glands on a deer. It's awful stuff. Yeah, you do not want to get that stuff anywhere on you, close to you. It's nasty, horrible stuff. So, okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed that tonight. It was just like I said. It was. I had these from Walter. He sent these out to me, and I really appreciate it. Great guy. Hopefully, I haven't ruined any of it for him. Hopefully, did a fairly decent job getting them loaded up. They worked out pretty well. You saw that how you can walk it in, and especially when you have a bullet then that you're not 100% sure of, start it and bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. I would have liked to have done the whole process, but we've got to be a little bit careful. Maybe next week we'll do a bit of priming and setting powder. Now we've got everything set up. We might make. I'll go through. I'll size everything. I'll prime everything, and maybe we just do the powder drop. Maybe use the RCBS powder drop. We get that set up, and see the bullet. So we're only doing the end bit of it. So maybe next week on the stream we'll we'll do a continuation on this and finish off um, doing the round. But like I said, I don't really want to be doing it all in one now, especially now I think there's going to be more eyes on me. I need to do things right. I don't want to lose. I don't get strikes. So try and be careful what we do. So thank you all for jumping on. I really, really appreciate it. I love seeing you all are coming on here and chatting away in the side chat. Throwing the content out. It's great. Bambadad just asked, has anyone live streamed on Rumble? I believe High Boy's done. I've seen High Boy on there so far, done a couple. I don't know if anybody else has done it. I need to set it up because all my videos used to go from YouTube to Rumble automatically, but they're not doing that anymore. I think I need to do it manually. So I'm gonna have to upload some videos to Rumble because I don't think they're going over. So I'll get that done. So again, thanks guys. I really appreciate it. Hope you all had a great weekend and have a great rest of the week. Maybe I'll see you on somebody else's stream during the week, and otherwise, we'll see you the same time next week, and we'll do another little stream, a little giveaway, and we'll have another chat. So thanks everybody. I really appreciate it. Good night. Be safe, and we will catch you on the next. Thanks, guys.